Hey folks, I've had a lot of requests to go over this or to coach people in live sessions on how to use this fantastic WordPress tool. So I thought I would make this quick tutorial to try and walk you through a couple of things. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. And let's see. There we go. Should be seeing the Mañana No Mas Academy. So I've got my homepage, membership catalog, catalog of courses, blog, how to contact us, how to go to the main site for Mañana No Mas, all that stuff's in there. But let's go to the dashboard and the tool that I'm going to show you how to use. And so by the end of this short video, you should have a sense of confidence in embedding Zoom into your website, as in hosting a Zoom meeting through your website. So if you have a membership or a learning website, such as what I build here, you'll see that you can put the Zoom meeting right into a lesson, do a live lesson with somebody at a scheduled time. So first things first, when I go to Zoom meeting, you'll see I have this menu right here that is on my left side menu. I will put the link to this plugin in the description for you, so you'll know exactly which plugin I'm using. And then once you put that in, let's go to settings, and you'll see that the settings window will show you exactly how this was set up. First thing is you need to get your API key, your API key and your API secret key for Zoom. So what's going to happen is you're going to connect your Zoom account or the Zoom account you want to use in your website to the site. And so you put the plugin in, you activate the plugin, your settings come up, you put in the API key, the API secret key. And if you've got a vanity URL for your Zoom, you can put that there. But then what I like about using this plugin is it's going to adopt your site's marketing rather than Zoom's marketing, which is one of the biggest bonuses that I like about this. So do you want to be able to delete meetings on Zoom? Now, remember, this whole thing is synced with your Zoom account. And so there's all these options in here in your settings that you can set up. You can do meeting started text, meeting going text. I just leave it as a default. I'm perfectly happy with that. How do I want the date? How do I want everything? Once you enter your keys, this is so important. So many people miss this. They'll put the API keys in and they'll hit save changes. You got to make sure that, no, they put the API keys in and then they check the API connection. Sorry. So what you have to do is you have to save the changes. So you save changes and then you go all the way back down and you check the API connection. If you check the API connection before you save the changes, it's not connected to anything because it didn't save the changes. And so then a lot of people will say, hey, I tried that Zoom integration that you use, but it doesn't work. And one of the first things I'm like is, hey, did you check the API connection or did you save changes first, right? So once you get that built into your site, you're going to have a couple of menus that you can use. Do you want to add a new meeting? Do you want to categorize your meetings? Who are the Zoom users that you allow in here? All of this stuff is in here. There's reporting, there's recordings, all kinds of stuff. But let's go with the basics. Let's make a new meeting. So let's say I want to make a new meeting. It's going to open up like a post page inside WordPress. And at first, this might make you feel a little like, what the heck is this? This isn't Zoom. It is. It's Zoom integrated into your WordPress application, your WordPress instance. So as this page comes up, we'll see that it's going to ask for a title for the meeting. So I'm going to say webinar quick tour. Okay. And my goal is to make this a super quick video. So this is going to go pretty quick. It's synced to my Kurt at Mañana No Mas Zoom account. So we already know who the meeting host is. It's a meeting or a webinar. I'm going to say it's a meeting, right? There's a difference between meetings and webinars. And when you use Zoom, you'll get to see that. Now, when do I want to have the meeting? Let's say I want to have the meeting Saturday and I want to do it at 10 o'clock in the morning. Boom, done. Okay. I'm going to say Pacific Standard Time because I'm in California. Do I want it to be 45 minutes or a half hour, or do I want to go like an hour and a half or 4 hours, or, what is this meeting, right? So you want to have a guesstimate of what that is. You can put a, you can put a password in. Let's say I want to make mine, what's that drink that you make with vodka and orange juice, right? So I'll say screwdriver. Okay. So screwdriver is my password, screwdrive. Okay. And then do I want to disable the waiting room, meeting, all these things that you can do in Zoom, you can also now do in your site. I can even program it to host the meeting locally directly on my so when I start the meeting, I don't have to select record. I can automate the recording as I set it up here. And then of course I can add alternative hosts and things like that. Now here's something that's cool. This is going to make a page for us. Okay, so let's go here and using the block editor, let's put in some text. Okay, and I'm just being super random here. Okay, and then let's say I want to add a graphic. Okay, let's say I want to add an image. We'll go in here and I'm just going to pick an image that's anywhere from my media library. I want to make this quick for you guys. And so I go into the media library and here's a picture of a podcast I did with Chris from Lifter LMS. So let's throw that picture in there. And then we can even do see the block versus the Zoom meeting. It's just like post versus the block. I can go in here and I can pick a featured image for our meeting. And let's do that. Let's pick a featured image and we'll make it a different image so that you can see where things land. I'm going to use this nice little header that I keep in my site. Got that from Giver Marketing. So we got that. And so now we see that we have a featured image. We have some text. We do have a title for it. We have our times and our settings all set. So this meeting is ready to publish. Okay, so let's publish this meeting. Publish, publish. Okay, now what this does is it creates a post for the meeting. And so like where it says view meetings, we can go view meetings, we can add a new meeting, we can copy the Zoom meetings address if we want, right? And let's do that. Let's open up a tab and let's go see what our meeting looks like. This is pretty cool. You'll see the elements that the Zoom plugin puts into place. So here's the featured image that we had chosen, right? Here's the text that I had put in, and here's the image that I had put in. So all of that is in like a regular post page. Now remember, it's the block editor. You can move that stuff around. You can have, text and image or play a video or do whatever you want to do in there. It's the same as a regular post. But it added in an automatic countdown timer that tells us when the meeting is going to be. It tells us, here's the title of our meeting, the webinar quick tour. It's hosted by me. This is when it's going to start. Now, I'm the administrator, so I see start meeting. And if I had started the meeting, we would also see end meeting come up as an option. The user is only going to see join the meeting via Zoom and join via the web browser. So when they say join via the Zoom app, it's going to open up the app and say open the app and then open Zoom and put them into that Zoom meeting. Or of course they can join via the browser. Now what's really cool about this is if I take this meeting and let's do this, let's take this, we'll go back here and I'm going to go back to the main menu just so you guys can kind of see where things are. We have all meetings and we see webinar quick tour, and this shows us where we're at. Okay, so let's do live meetings, and I'm picking this for a reason. When I choose live meetings from the menu, it comes up blank, and so you go, hey, where are our meetings at, right? That's because remember, this application is syncing to a designated account, and I need to pick the account that I want to view. Maybe I have multiple accounts in here that are connected, right? So I want to make sure that I pick the one that I am connected to. Now look at something interesting here. All these short codes that come up for all of these different meetings, these are what we can put into any place of our website. So let's say I want to copy the short code. I copied it to the clipboard. Okay, let's go and take that meeting. Now we have that meeting page, that meeting link that we saw earlier, this one. Come on, go away, go away. My Zoom menu is coming up. I gotta let that go away. There we go. Let's say I want to send this link to people like in email addresses and stuff like that. I can do that and they can access the meeting right there. They could do that, right? That would be like an open entrance into our meeting. But let's do something a little bit different. Let's go into, take a look at, let's build, I'm going to go into courses. I've got a ton of courses in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one that I'm not really using. Capitalize on opportunity, laser, I believe, goal 365. Let's go with PowerSport's fixed operations, because I don't use that on this site anymore. I put that somewhere else. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this. Now, what's cool about this is think about a learning site as being like a membership website, right? You need to have a certain membership credential to get access to different courses or lessons. And so what I want to do here is I'm going to go in and I'm going to go to the last lesson. It's still loading. I'm sorry, it's taking a long time, folks. It'll get there. Course. Here's our course builder. Here's our lessons coming up. I'm going to go into service follow-up. I'm going to go into this last one. And I'm going to go edit my lesson. And as I edit the lesson, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that Zoom meeting into this lesson. So again, folks, think about how powerful this is, because only people that were members or paying students could get into the lesson. So this is a way that I can filter access to my Zoom meeting, but still make it easy for people to attend the Zoom meeting that are supposed to. So let's go in and we'll add a block. We're going to say browse all, and Zoom comes up right here. Now, remember that short code I copied? I could just do short code, right? I could just embed a short code right there and it would come right up. But what's nice about this is the Zoom integration also gives us the ability to put a Zoom meeting in. Oh, did I get it? Here we go. Let's choose a block. I think I went ahead of myself. List of Zoom meetings. There we go. And there is a list of Zoom meetings. I put it in twice that people can get to. Now let's do it differently. Remove paragraph. No, I don't want to remove paragraphs. Let's say I just want to have that meeting in. Okay. So let's go and let's do it with short code. Short code. So if I put the short code in here, oops, update. And let's view the lesson. We're getting there. When we view the lesson, when we go down, looky here. That's all the credentials for joining that Zoom meeting, right? Isn't that pretty cool? So now right inside the lesson, we could say, hey, folks, you know, we get together every Friday at 3 o'clock, and then you can build a recurring meeting Friday at 3 in different lessons. And so people can join or, right? Or what I do sometimes is I'll do the Zoom meeting, I'll record it locally. When I'm done, I'll upload it to YouTube, and then I'll link the YouTube link back to the lesson so that people can see the replay. Now, if I have a live class and then I put in the replays, that's an added value. People can go back to it as a resource, and it creates an evergreen situation where you're not constantly having to babysit or do things live on a schedule. Now you've got recordings that are adding the value to your students. And so that's one way that you can go. I want to go back and edit the lesson one more time. I'm going to remove that block, and let's try that a different way. I like showing you guys options. Now, the cool thing about it is all of that is managed. Let's remove the short code, and let's go and add another block. I want to see that Zoom meeting again. So we had the list of Zoom meetings, right? Or embed a Zoom post. Pretty cool, right? So let's embed a Zoom post. And it's going to say, select the meeting to show. We're going to say the webinar quick tour. And now you see, it didn't just put in join the meeting. Now it put in the whole post. So now I get the featured image, the text, the other image in the body, and I get the full, you know, countdown will show up, when it's going to happen, and then how to join the meeting. Now we are the admin, so we see this a little bit differently than what the person sees. Let's do that. Let's do an update. we'll go back and view the lesson. It's getting there. Here you go. There's the countdown I was telling you about. There's the join the meeting, join with the web browser, or start the meeting. So if you're the administrator or the teacher or the instructor, you go to your lessons and you click start meeting. Everyone can join the meeting, right? And then when it's time to end, you can just click end meeting directly from the screen. You don't have to go to Zoom at all. Now, if you are having questions about, how does this work or how does this do this, I'm going to go ahead and stop this share. And I want to go ahead and I wonder if it will let me, where, screen, whiteboard, iPhone, iPad, Spotify. Oh, it's not coming up. Okay, I'm good with this. I'm still good with this. I was going to show you my Zoom window, but on my Zoom interface, I now have Webinar Quick Tour in my schedule when I look at upcoming meetings. So that works out really, really well. Folks, I'm not going to go on forever and ever with this. This is just something I'm super thrilled to share with you. And I wanted you to see how it works and the different ways to implement the meeting. So you can embed the whole meeting into any place on your website. You can embed just the credentials anywhere within your website, or you can embed an entire list of upcoming Zoom meetings anywhere within your website. And then you can use your website to do that work. I got one more for you. And this one's going to be a little weird. Let's go. It's called service follow-up. Do I really? Yeah. You know what? No, let's go back to, I know what I'm going to do. I'm getting so excited. So let's go to dashboard again. Let me do the screen share so you guys can follow along with me and see what I'm doing. Okay. So we're here. Let's go to Zoom meeting. Let's go to all meetings. Let's go to live meetings. I'll pick my name again off of this list. So I pull up the meetings that are synced to the application. Here is our webinar quick tour. So when we open this up, again, this is how we can edit the meeting and all of that. But I wanted to get to, back to list. Wanted to get to start via app, start via browser. Where? It's going to be, I'm in the wrong one. I'm in the wrong one. Go to all meetings. See, I make mistakes too. It's okay. Stinking. There we go. Okay, now let's go to this permalink. And I just want to show you how this works. So this was the page, remember? And so let's say I want to share this link with people. I want to make this part of like a Facebook announcement, or I want to make this part of I'm going to go to pages. I'm going to go to one of my least popular pages. And I'll create a post in Facebook. Check out this sample post. Okay. Now, Facebook is doing its normal taking its time thing. So it takes that link. Is this a big blue patch that says Zoom on it? Or is this a post that now takes a Zoom meeting and adds the branding that it absorbed from the Mañana No Mas website? This is one of the most powerful things. One of the most powerful reasons I like using this Zoom integration is because as I plan my meetings and make my meetings or my events, when I propagate those links, I am not advertising Zoom all over social media. I'm advertising my own website that is using a Zoom integration. And that's one of it's just a nuance, but it's one of the things that I get really, really excited about. And folks, with that, I'm going to say, I think we got it nailed. And that's it. If you need a more detailed explanation, how to install it, where to get the API key from Zoom, or more guidance or more coaching, you can reach out to me at kurt@manananomas.com. You can go to the Mañana No Mas website, and you can find me anywhere on the internet that's Mañana No Mas, because that's me. Folks, I love you. Have a great day. And like I said, if you need more help, reach out to me. If you need coaching, we have coaching available. We do all kinds of stuff. I also freelance and development. So if you need help building a website that does some of these cool features, let me know. I'd like to help you out. Bye-bye.